about the light here. Let me just see if I can do this. That'll be better for you guys. That'll be easier for you guys to see. All right, because the light was shining. Here is my Christmas card wreath. Okay? And this is what I've been working on. The lights are hidden behind this Christmas card. Let's there we go. Let's make them colorful. Okay, see? Now I've got a few cards left. Where is? Oh, I swear to God, Briar comes in this house some days. Howie, where's the packing tape, darling? Okay. And when we're finished finishing this wreath, we'll go sit in the office and have a visit for a few minutes. All I've been doing is I took my star, that I made for remember the Christmas card tree last year? I took my star and I thought I would try something different this year. You don't want things to become a part of the furniture. And all I did was I put this star up and I started putting in the cards in the indents and then at the top. So where are we going next? Right here, I think. Right here. And I made a bow. It's an ugly bow, so be kind. Oh, look at this beautiful angel card. And we'll go here. This. And we just keep going around, hoping for it to look even. Everywhere we go. Oh, my knee. Yes, I'm using packing tape. You do you. But these walls are getting painted hopefully this year. At least that we know it's on the list, right, dear? Oh, he's gone back out. Howie has been putting my faucets in today. I can see it better from back here. Howie's putting my faucets in today that he gave me for Christmas last year. And any more cards that come this week will go on a string. No, too low. Let's do you here. I think if I do too many more, it's going to be too big. But I only have one more card to put on. And I think we'll put you right here. All right. Here's our bow for my dollar store ribbon, which is absolute garbage. But, oh, there's my staple gun. And don't bitch about the staple gun. Trust me, these walls are getting repaired. Now watch. I saved these from when I was pruning the tree. So let's now take a few of these and tuck them in here and there. If they don't, well then we'll just stick them right into the, that's actually better. Well, maybe not. Stick them them right in the star. And let the lights shine through. You all right, dear? There, we've got our traditional greenery in the wreath. I don't want to hide the cards though, so we got to be careful. I think one more near the top. Alrighty. I'm going to take you guys off and give you a closer look. Oh. And there it is. We have to... What do you think? I think I could do with another couple of cards down here if they come in. And there is our Christmas card, Christmas wreath. So shall we go into the office? Oh my goodness, where am I going? My knee, my knee. Money, 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 knee, knee. Okay. Oh, oh. All right. All right, I'm sitting. Whee. All righty. Now I can. Oh. Oops. All righty. Can you hear me? First and foremost, can you hear me? Oh, wrong glasses. Okay. Who got a timeout? If you get a timeout, be careful for too many capital letters. There, see? You see the puppy dog of Mocha? All right, let me just... Howie and I are having this is one of those, we're sick. We're still getting over our flu, right? Howie put my new faucet in that he got me for Christmas last year. He put it in today. And I made the wreath. So I did some video work of the wreath when I first was setting it up. So I will make it like in a video with the live footage as well as what I already recorded. It's snowing, guys. It's very fine. Very, very fine. Almost like grains of sand, but it's snowing. No snow is falling and nobody seems to care. No winter weather, no sign of it in the air. Though it's December, it feels like May in blue Hawaii on Christmas Day. Let me just hit the F11 here. Hey, let me say hi to everybody. Oh, I'm on top chat too. We can't have that. We need live chat. Ahmad, Betty Randall, Big Rims, which is Marnie, Aces, Jean, Joe Mama, Kara Krantz, Malka Ringle, Melanie's Journey, Monique Yap, Queenie, Railroad Ranch, Star, Ash, I believe, and Chaos, and Vicky Lemire. How's everybody doing? Well, I still have to pick Briar up at 9, or unless Howie's going to do, no, 8:30, unless Howie's going to do it for me, because I'm not walking at all really well. Like I'm barefoot and in a skirt because, or a skirt, because walking is a problem for me right now. Like just going in and out of the porch to let Gracie in and out is just hell. So, um, happy Saturday, Whitney. You're welcome, Mulka. So, are you getting Briar for me tonight, hon? He doubts it. He doubts it. So, you know, we'll just hope. We'll just hope I don't fall. Right? But he's been working today, too. He changed the taps in the bathroom and the taps in the kitchen. We had bought taps for the sink downstairs, the bathroom sink downstairs, but they were too tall or something. Something wasn't quite, they wouldn't work with the sink we had. So they've been sitting down there for, I don't know, how long have you had those bathroom taps? 3 years? 2-3 years. And he finally replaced the ones in our bathroom with nicer ones. And the crappy one in the kitchen with the one he bought me for Christmas. So I'm really happy about that. Good job, Howie! Everybody's saying. You're quite welcome. Hey, Yoshi, how's it going? So I've got rice going in the crock pot. And I phoned Briar at work and said, do you want me to... She's got to come and say hi, doesn't she? Lizzie? I said you were coming to say hi. Was you coming to say hi? Come here. You don't want that paper there, do you? And that's just Mommy's parcel wrapper. All right. Come here. Come here and say hi to everybody. Come here. No, there's nothing in there for you. What you have is in here. Are you coming? Are you being a snooty bitch? Come here. Come around. Come here. Come here. Yes. Nobody likes being called a snooty bitch. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh. You still got that little scabby in there, eh? All right, all right. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. But they're doing so much better, Gracie. Your ears are doing so much better. And you know what? We're going to get you your probiotics. Because... Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I love you, Gracie. I love you. Well, with a good portion of my heart. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Does that feel good? Every little girl would like to be a puppy on the Christmas tree. Want a treat, don't you? You want a treat? All right. Why? Oh, Daddy's having a shower. That's more interesting than a treat. Come here, Gracie. You want a treat? Here you go. My goodness. Don't tell me dogs can't love. They have measured. Thank you, baby. Go see Daddy. They have measured the brain waves and the energy waves. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you so very much. Thank you. They've measured the brain waves, the electromagnetic waves in a dog when it sees its master come home from work, or when it sees it coming up the driveway, or whatever. And the response when the dog greets its owner, or well, my dog owns us, so I don't know about the word owner, but the response is the same magnetic brain or electronic brain waves is that a person does greeting someone they love. Dogs, you can't tell me dogs don't love, right? Hi, Seashell. I just sang a Hawaiian Christmas song. Who wants a Christmas song? Okay, you don't have to. I'm sorry. I just assume everybody wants to sing like I do. Happiness is automatic. There's music in the air. Grab the boxes from the attic and haul them down the stairs. Freezing weather's round the corner and everybody knows soon the tree will be all lit up and sparkling as it grows. Today's anything but the same old thing. I can almost hear those sleigh bells ring. And all the children and all them singing happy songs while the little children all dance along. Take a real quick look around and suddenly I see it's not even Christmas yet. I got all the gifts I need. Mwah! If I could only sing like you, I've got a cold. But thank you. My dog barks when someone comes over and tail is going 90. Absolutely. Well, if we ever have a boxer again, it will have a tail because they don't dock them here anymore in Quebec. That's the wrong cup. I'm drinking water today. Hey, Sherry Leach. I love your voice. Have you made a singing video? No. Well, I do have a few. Let me just show you. I have this silly channel. Now remember, when I show you this, okay, that these recordings were made for fun. I was recording with a camera, and the music I was listening to as backup was coming out of my computer speakers. So if you can take that all into consideration, then I'll give you this Mrs. Wolfie Sings It channel. Okay, because it's, hang on a second, it's just for fun.
Hey friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead.
Here we go. But there's no Christmas songs, I don't think. But if you want, I will try and make some more singing videos. That channel is not monetized at all because I'm just having fun and just like, it's like karaoke for me, right? And people have asked for certain songs for me to sing, so I did, right? Let me just make sure I'm on the right account here for the chat. Here we go. Right account here for... All right. So tonight's supper, if your mom and dad are still in this world, call them a lot and tell them you love them. It's so easy. My mom and dad are in heaven. Amen, Vicky. Amen. Thank you. I am always amazed at what my voice sounds like when I hear myself recorded. Nothing I like, I hear. I know. Bev does off-Broadway, you know. A tisket, a tasket, a brown and yellow bat. No, just kidding. But if you want me to try and do some Christmas songs on there, I will. But my plate's pretty full. I'm getting over the flu. Howie's getting over the flu. He was off work for a week. I've blown my good knee, so I'm operating on one bad knee and one blown knee. And I'm not doing the amount of baking and wrapping and crafts as I've done. That's why most of my videos lately have been live. Because I'm doing live because it's easier than setting up, staging, and then editing afterwards. However, like I said, the way I started that star, I actually did it on video. And then I can add the finishing one from the live video for you all, if you want to see it. Yeah, someone says it's like, when are you gonna get your knees replaced? Never. Why? Why would I try? It's not cure. It's not a cure-all. You got years of pain for a couple of years of good, and then your good knee goes downhill all over again. So it's like you're 10 years, you got a new knee. And out of those 10 years, 2 are spent trying to make it work without pain. And the last 2 are going downhill, needing another new knee, right? The other hip needs replaced. Oh, well, you're welcome. You're welcome, Brenda. Quite welcome. I was going to message Bev when she got off the chat, but as soon as she got off, Drew called me and said that he could go home. What do you mean? What's going on? Hey, Liz. So, I'm going to open up a jar of chicken from the pantry. And I'm going to get some sweet peppers out of the freezer, and I'm going to dice up a bunch of onion. And I don't know what else. A bag of zucchini out of the freezer. And I'm going to make like an Asian stir fry over rice tonight. That's supper. It's only a 50-50 shot that it works well also with knees. Yeah, I know. I know. Hey, Yoshi, how's it going? Where'd you go? So, I mean, and there's also the fact, okay, like every other needle, I have run out of pain medications that they can give me post-surgery to help me through pain. Queenie, thank you. Looking for your shortbread video. I bought the sprinkles but lost the video. Tired of scrolling. Okay, you want the Scottish shortbread? Okay, tell you what. Let me just go over here for a second. And all you have to do is go. I'm going to show you. You see this? This is my channel, okay? And down here, not up here, down here, all right? Sometimes it's hidden by, this. Okay, but if you go to the one below a channel's banner and you click there and you hit search, this search bar is for the channel. Okay, so let me just put you guys back up here. Boy. And anything, if you put shortbread in that, which I'm going to do, it will bring up every shortbread I have ever done. So here is whipped shortbread, Scottish shortbread, and that's the one with the sprinkles. I'm assuming this is the one you want. Wonderful. And I'm going to put that one there. Because tomorrow's video is me making snowballs and shortbread, but you're not getting the instructional video on how to make the dough. So you're actually going to probably want, a shortbread. Okay, here's the confetti shortbread.
Granulated sugar.
If you want to do this with your sprinkles.
Sugar.
Okay. There we go. And where did my thing go now? Our half-acre homestead. Search bar below. Okay, I'm going to give you the original snowball cookie video.
When we were little.
And I'm giving you this one because this is the one everybody gets the joke of the story with Briar in this snowball box that I had to lock it up and put it in the freezer. But I did make some this year. And one more shortbread video. Because I will give you the whipped shortbread, and then I'm not going to look up anymore. And here's the whipped shortbread from last year.
From our half-acre homestead, and it's time to make whipped shortbread.
I might still make some yet, so all right. Hey, Jeremy! Jeremy and Carmela, hi, how are you? I just finished up my colored sugar that your video showed me how to make a long time ago. I was so happy to know that process. Well, I have a video on how to make your own sprinkles too. Can you guys still hear me? Because this is pushed right down in. I have a video on how to make my own sprinkles too. And if you noticed, I moved my Christmas tree over. Oops, my boob was pressing the space bar. Gotta go way back, way back. I moved my Christmas tree over so you guys could see it because you kept saying, you put the tree up and then you block it with your head. So I just saved all those. Thanks. Now I don't have to search. I want to make thumbprint cookies, but I'm not sure if I can do it yet. Why not? All you have to do, okay, is make shortbread. And then you can, I would do it with whipped shortbread. Okay. I would do the whipped shortbread and I would put it in the fridge. And then I would take a cookie scoop or an ice cream scoop. And while it's hard from the fridge, scoop it onto your cookie sheet, press a thumbprint in it, put your jam in, bake. It's that simple. Like hundreds and thousands of what? I've just saved up. Okay. I want to make thumbprint cookies, but I'm not sure if I can do it yet. I'm not even drinking tea right now. I'm drinking water right now. I was drinking, but later after supper, I'm going to be having me a multi-biscuit tea. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Rebecca? Yeah, Rebecca, I believe. Oh, you want the sprinkles video too? It takes some work, but you know what's in it. All right, I'm going to show you how to make it. I'm just going to put in the word sprinkles in my channels. Oh no, that's Life with the Wolfies. Switch account. Hang on a second. Here we go. All right. I'm going to put sprinkles in my channel's search bar. And boom, Candy Sprinkles Homemade. You see what I mean? How easy that search bar is?
And you're going to need some more.
Basically, I just made royal icing and I piped it through. You can pipe it through whatever pipe, put it in a piping bag. I colored it, put it in a piping bag and made lines and then just chop them all up as soon as they dried. Yes, it was time, but it was fussy. But it's one of those things that you can make a whole lot and then put them in jars and you've got them forever. You know what I mean? What's mind-blowing, Aces? Oh, well, I mean, I don't make my own sprinkles now, but I mean, you can get, you can use different tips from your icing bag, the tiny ones, and you can make royal icing flowers and stuff. And they, it's not that difficult. It's just, well, Aces, it's not knowledge. It's actually cheapness. I didn't want to go to the store and I didn't want to, the only multicolored sprinkles had pink and everything in them. And then to do the sugars and stuff, it was to get them in individual colors. It was going to cost me like $20 to buy all these sprinkles. Right. So I just said, well, I didn't have $20. I didn't want to drive into town to look for them because I wasn't sure they'd have them. So I just figured out how to make them. Can any of those shortbreads be used in a cookie press for shapes? Yes. You can try the whipped shortbread. Now, I'm going to say, look up a German butter cookie recipe. I have a cookie press. But I've never used it. I've never used it yet. So maybe that's something I might do if I have time this week and energy this week, right? Kids would love making. Exactly, Sherry Leach. Exactly. You could teach them, you can buy your coarse sugar and you can make your own colored sugar. Okay. Somebody said I did that too, did I? So let's just go over here. And did I make colored sugar? Confetti shortbread, making candied pineapple. Let me just put in sugar. I'm making brown sugar, vanilla sugar, orange clove sugar, powdered sugar. I don't know. I don't know if I have. I can't. There it is. Holiday baking money saver tip. Well, I should change that to colored sugar.
How to make colored sugar for all your.
I'm going to change the title on that. So here's how you make colored sugar, and it's really easy, guys. You take coarse sugar. You know, coarse sugar, you can buy it. You can buy it. It could be the light brown sugar, but you take coarse sugar, put it in a baggie, and you use gel coloring. And you put a little bit of gel coloring in the sugar, and then you just start in the bag, and you close the bag, and you just start rubbing it. And then you fill a jar with it, and that's colored sugar. And that's how we were taught at the bakery to do it. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to change the name of that. Actually, oops. Hang on a second. I will be right back. I want to edit this because oh, frig. Hang on it because I won't find it again. There, save. And let's just go back over here to my channel. Sorry, folks. I have to find my live again because I accidentally walked away from it to change that. There we go. I'm back. I'm back. So, I'm back. There we go. I bought my grandson a big ceramic bowl that looks like a giant measuring cup with nutcrackers on the sides, cookie cutters, spatulas, and a whisk for him to make cookies. Oh, what a brilliant gift, Sherry. What a brilliant gift. Hey, Bev, how are you feeling? You sound exhausted. I've got a cold. I got a cold for over a week. It's cold and flu season here, and Howie and I have had the cold and flu. So, and you know how I have my left knee is my bad knee? Well, I have osteoarthritis. And part of the osteoarthritis is in my knees. And the last time my left knee did this, I went to the hospital. This was like, 10, 12 years ago. And I had it x-rayed, and they showed me the x-ray, and the bone spurs in my joints, which is osteoarthritis, some of the bone spurs will occasionally, if I overwork the knee or the joint, a little piece of bone spur will break off and go into the joint. And that's what he showed me on the x-ray. So on Thursday, I believe it was, I was coming up the basement stairs from doing the live stream downstairs, and my knee blew, which means I'm pretty sure a piece of bone spur broke off and went into my right knee. So I have one bad knee and one blown knee. So I can barely walk. I can barely walk. So that's why I'm saying you're getting a lot of live stream in live. Like tomorrow, you're going to see me making snowball cookies and shortbread, but I only made one recipe each. So, because it's expensive, butter's expensive this year. And I don't have a lot of company because it's, everybody's vaccinated and doesn't want to come anywhere near us. And so I only made one recipe of shortbread and one recipe of snowballs. And I made a little box for Briar's boss and a little box for our neighbor across the road and another box for Jimmy and Judy who plow our driveway. And that's how, so I did the cutting up of those cookies live, but I actually made you a video with showing how I finished it. So, I mean, you'll get that tomorrow, but you might get something like that with the Christmas card wreath. Hey, Kel Storm, Seashell, boo! Well, it's finally snowing, very finely. Howie's replaced my bathroom taps, my bathroom sink taps with new ones, and my kitchen faucet with the one he bought me for Christmas last year. I'm exhausted. Yes, I sound exhausted. That's my cold. I have a cold in my chest, and I've got one bad knee and one blown knee. And so everything's kind of taking a back seat to, like, even videos. I'm doing live videos, and I'm recreating them with how I finish them. I'm not doing a lot of extra baking videos this year because why? Because all we needed was shortbread, snowballs, and scones. Right? So, I mean, there's a lot of things I'm not doing this year, but I'm giving myself permission to do things to the best of my ability for y'all right now. Because I'm just, I'm getting over the flu. I'm getting over a cold, and I've blown my knee. So, won't come near you. And here I'm wondering how to convince you to adopt me as an adult child. Well, can I ask how old you are, Aces, and where you live? Because, I mean, there's a lot of people that call me mama. And there's a lot of people that call me grandma that I have never met. You know why? Because I am that for anybody who wants to be. Just don't ask me for money or presents because I got too many of you. But as far as love and support and being here when I can be, and through email, absolutely. You want to be my kid, you be my kid. Period, full stop. Everyone coming in lazy to do all the but much love. Oh, hi, everyone coming in lazy. You know what? You call me, yeah, Kel Storm calls me mama. Tonight is the cold full moon. Oh, that should be pretty. I wonder if if I put a jar of water out to charge by the moon, will it freeze? Maybe if I just leave it out there for a couple of hours. Thank you, Queen Nee. You're sweet too, sweetheart. I'm not leaving just fingers aching from cold and I'm lazy. Now, don't talk about yourself like that. There's a difference between needing some rest and being lazy. Okay? I know there's a lot of people out there that think I'm lazy. I'm not. I'm just living my life to the best of my ability within my confines. And winter is a really shitty time for me. Mind you, this is the first year I've had a cold or flu in 5 years, 4 years. And I'm doing fine. I mean, it's lasting longer than it should. And, but it's not leaving me any more exhausted than I normally am. Bev, my sister had to lose 75 pounds before her knee surgery, but she was up and walking around without any pain in 2 weeks. She was so happy she did it. She's going to do the other knee too. Same age as Arthur down here in Michigan. And you mean I have grandbabies? Oh, wonderful, Aces. Charge it in a window inside. That's what I will do. I'll put it right here because the moon comes in just as it goes down. No, that's not being lazy. That's called custom care time, Karen. That's called custom care time. Please remove the negative language in your please remove negative language in your speak. In your talk, especially when the dialogue is internal. All right? Remove that negativity. You are what you see. You see what you see is what you get. Well, that goes for the words. They don't call it spelling without reason. Okay? Words have power. So if you're taking a personal day for comfort and recharging your batteries, then you say, I'm taking a personal day to recharge my batteries. Why? You're giving yourself permission to relax, and you're putting it out to the universe that you are recharging your batteries. So you say that out loud. Say it loud, say it proud, and own it. But don't call yourself lazy to me, because we all have our issues. Just saying. Oh, charging water. It's you can charge. Full moons are really good for cleansing your energy. Okay. Not really good for charging your crystals and stuff so much, unless they're moon rocks or whatever, but not so much for charging your crystals. They're better charged by the sun. Okay. But moon water is very, very spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically cleansing. Water's cleansing. So when you charge it, it gives the moon and the sun both give us energy. If we could harness the energy of a human body, because we got all these molecules and cells and stuff constantly generating energy. It's how we are. It's what we are. We are walking nuclear power plants. If we could harness that shit, we would cut fossil fuels forever. We are energy. So we draw strength from other sources of energy, like the moon, like the sun, like the soil, like the plants. Okay? So this is something we were talking about earlier today on the tea break, on Life with the Wolfies. Life on this planet, we are not singular. We seem to look at ourselves as the only living things worth preserving. Anything else we preserve, it's because they are of use to us. Now we have to flip this around, folks. What is that noise, darling? Oh, he's watching a video. Okay. We have to flip this around so that we start recognizing that the earth is a living organism, that we are most grateful to be sustained from. But for the last, I don't know how many hundreds of years, pretty much since the Industrial Revolution, okay, our planet has become a commodity rather than a living thing that is sustaining our life. And it's being raped and tortured and murdered on a daily basis for its fossil fuels, its water, its trees. It's ruining. Did you know that everybody knows that plants give off oxygen, right? So why are we broad scraping the earth down to the dirt? Right? It'll work if it's a cloudy night. But the thing is it'll just be less powerful. But it doesn't change the fact that it works really well. And sun tea in the summertime, you're double dutying that, because you're putting your tea bags in cold water and you're sitting it in the sun and you're steeping it, but you're also charging the water in the sun. I mean, seriously, there's so many things we don't know about that if we just decided to take care of the planet in a way. This planet was developed in a way to completely give life and prosperity. And when I say prosperity, I ain't talking coin. I'm talking, shelter, food, protection, energy. It's all here. But like pharmaceuticals, remember, they've taken all pharmaceutical medications started out as plants or animal material. Okay? Most pharmaceutical medications started out as plants until they figured out a cheaper way to mass produce chemical pharmaceutical replacements. So we've taken nature and shoved it out the door and bastardized it for a buck. That's happening with our oil, with our water, with our clean air, everything. We need this planet to survive. Yeah, that's fine. If you find a way to fly to somewhere else and start all over again somewhere else, you have at her, but this is my home. Until I ascend, this is my home. And when I talk to my plants in the garden, they grow better. Okay? When I drink well water, I feel better. Why? There's no chlorine, there's no fluoride, there's no chemicals. It's been filtered through the ground. Nature, right? Did you see how they came up with the new technology? They're adding kites to ships to help with fuel consumption. Apparently, they forgot about sails. Well, the whole point of sailing vessels, really, is the only thing is with ships used to be sailed with sails, right? And then motors came along, steam motors came along, steamers, and then gasoline engines. The thing is, if you have a sailing ship, you could still sail sailing voyages. You just keep the motor for backup in case there's no wind. You don't use the motor. You use the sails until you get bogged down in a windless day. Hey, Becky, how's it going? That's hilarious. I talk to my neighbor's chickens. You know what? I talk to everything. I talk to rocks. Do you know why? I know somebody, and excuse my snuffing and snorting, guys. It is what it is, okay? But I know somebody who's a master mason, owns a business, is a master mason, stonemason. And his cousin is a Reiki master. And they sat down to talk one day, and the Reiki master was saying, oh, wow, it must be so wonderful. I love rocks. I love all the energy and blah, 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 blah. And the stonemason turned around and looked at his cousin and said, they're just rocks. That is a perfect example of how we devalue the wonderful things that are on our planet and in our planet. You know what I mean? They're just rocks. Rocks are the oldest thing on the planet. All of our land started out as rocks coming up out of the ocean, right? It's the oldest thing on the planet. And if you don't think they give off energy after what they've been through, and they talk about houses, that old houses get haunted a lot because there's a lot of memory energy. There's a lot of life that has gone through those homes. Can you imagine the kind of the energy that rocks pick up? They've been here from the beginning of time on this planet. Can you imagine the energy? And different rocks and crystals resonate with different energies. But a master stonemason who can say, they're just rocks. That person has taken out one really important detail in what's making them money and providing their family and running their business. He's treating something that was God-given to this planet as a commodity, not as something to be respected and grateful for. Just rocks, my ass, right? Sometimes they blow. Who blows their stack? So, I mean, Electromagnetic energy is in everything. It's our soul. Well, the truth is if you die, they've measured it. You know, when you die, okay, before your bowels let go, and it's a nasty thing, but it happens. Before your bowels let go, before the gas is trapped in your body let go, before your bladder lets go, the moment you die, you lose 21, I think it's 21 grams. Or it's 21 grams or 21 ounces. Don't quote me, research. Oh, and I've got a new browser. I don't use Chrome and I don't use DuckDuckGo because guess what? DuckDuckGo was bought by Google. I'm using Brave. It's a little tricky to get used to, but it didn't take me more than 10 minutes to get used to. This year I added fermentation to my preservation. Next year is solar cooking, raising quail, and solar dehydration. Every year learning something major. Yeah, quail are one of those things that they're a real fast turnover. But I don't think I could ever raise them for meat because they go beep, 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 beep. They sound like babies to me. It would be, to me, it's like frying up chicks. Ugh, I don't know how I can do it. My house is built on what was once a Confederate campground, and quartz keeps working its way to the surface, and we've been here 26 years. Well, you ever see the movie The Quiet Man with John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara? He's planting roses, and his wife comes along, and she said, "Are you planting roses?" And he laughed, and he picked another rock and threw it over into a pile. He said, "Now I know why you got so many rock walls in this country. Because the earth is constantly, think about, the earth is constantly shifting and sifting, and stuff rises to the surface. The more dense stuff rises to the surface, and that shifting when, you lose 21 grams in weight. Okay, hang on a second. How much weight? Okay. Does the soul weigh? "21 grams. How much does the soul weigh?" Many people like to believe in the idea of a soul. It's not an idea. And we often look to the empirical world to bolster our religious or spiritual. Yeah, get off it. But he concluded that there was indeed a very slight loss of weight. Okay. Using 6 terminally ill patients on a specially constructed scale bed, he measured their weight before, during, and after death. His results were mixed, but he concluded that there was indeed a very slight loss of weight, 21 grams on average. This caused quite a stir, blah, 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 blah. Now, what is that? Well, I'll tell you what it is. You can call it a soul, you can call it spirit, you can call it energy, but whatever you call it, it leaves after the body dies. It leaves. Now, we know through science that energy does not die. It just transforms. It just becomes something else. So if you lose 21 grams of weight when you die, that's your energy going on for better pastures. Whippy! Because guess what? This is just the machinery. Okay? This body is just the machinery. All right? Our soul is what gets in and drives it every day. Our soul is the driver of our bodies, our brain and our soul. Mental, emotional, and spiritual. Yeah, it's like a puppet. Our body is like a meat puppet. Okay? And when we're finished with it, and when our soul is done whatever it came here to do, it goes off into the cosmos, back to source, wherever it may have not have been satisfied. Because I believe, there's that word. I have a really good idea for myself that when I came into this body in my mother's womb, my spirit became, before I came into my body, I had a plan set in action of how I wanted to go through this life and the lessons I wanted to learn in this life. And if I don't learn them, I'm going to end up volunteering to come back here so I can learn them again. And I'm done here. I'm done here. This is my last kick at the can out here. So when I leave this gracious puppet meat suit, I will be free again to go wherever, whatever lessons beckons next, whatever cosmos beckons next. Maybe I'll go back to the mother planet. I don't know. But I've had several incarnations in this body. The incarnation that's in this body right now has lived on more than one, more than two, probably more than 3 planets. So what I'm saying is, you do you, boo. Okay? But I don't believe that when this body dies that I'm finished. I'm not. I go somewhere. I'm planning on ascending to the new earth. Some people call it the rapture. And they think they're going, that some people are going to go to heaven, right? I got a funny way of looking at that. My heaven is earth that has been divided off from the way it is right now, and it's pure again. But only the people who are only the souls that are going to protect it better, that are going to live with the new earth, in conjunction with it as another living organism, copacetic with the earth. That's where my heaven is. So that's where I plan on ascending to. I want to be a new earth. I hope I will be a new earth caretaker. Melekilikimaka gave us a body so we can dance. Oh, I love that. We were given a body so we can dance. Well, I'm getting to the end of my dancing days, right? And it's okay. I have no fear. And that's the beautiful part. I find most religions, even the really wonderful ones, have some kind of behave or else attitude to them. And that's not what I believe. That's not my faith. My faith is love and goodness and kindness and gratitude. Okay? I believe that those are the things that need to come to the forefront of humanity before it's too late. Because this whole crap show that we've been going through for the last 2 years, this has done nothing but divide the people so that the powers that be can conquer. And and I don't, you can believe whatever you want, but I know that to be true. For me, that's how I see what's happening. Yeah, of course it's breaking down, Yoshi. We have a certain amount of time in this body. And we spend so much time, trying to. Howie, can you check the rice in the crock? And stir it and turn it off if it's cooked and put the lid back on? I forgot about it. Yeah, I'm sure if you stir it and it looks cooked, it's because it is cooked. We are fearfully and wonderfully made by the creator of everything, God, our heavenly Father. Well, I'm not so sure God's a man. You know, God is, that's why I don't say heavenly Father. That's why I say creator of all or source. Because I honestly don't believe that source is anything more than pure love energy. Okay? And yes, it's directable because God is the source of all, including Christ, who was given to us to teach us the error of our ways and teach us that real, true, divine love is what is going to carry us forward. That's it. That's all. That's what Christ was here to teach us. He didn't want to be lifted up as a God. He gave us one commandment, and I got it from him personally. And it wasn't even a word. It was just love. I was flooded with love, and I still got it wrong for 30 years. Now I get it. Thank you, Christ. Love is the answer to everything. Love. Because all this arguing over jabbed and unjabbed, restaurants or unrestaurants, travel or not travel, and I'm going to update that. In New Brunswick, grocery stores were given the option by their premier to implement vaccine passports. Whether or not they do that is up to them, but they were given that. And hospitals were given the right to turn away people if they are unvaxxed. Now, at this point, I always say at this point that I'm aware of, no grocery stores in New Brunswick are implementing the vaccine passport. At this point in Nova Scotia, the only hospitals that are implementing the vaccine passport is to the people who are coming into the hospital to visit people. All right? Only visitors are going to be vaccine passported. But have you ever heard of the expression, the thin end of the wedge? Remember, we just wore masks to flatten the curve. And where are we today? We're being mandated to death, right? So guess what? Whether you, and I know plenty of people who have been double jabbed, who have now, no, now I'm double jabbed and you tell me I got to take jabs every 6 months for the next 5 years? And they're going, piss on this, and they're not doing it. We welcome you with open arms to the unjabbed. We are not angry and spiteful at people for not being for being vaccinated. That's their choice. The only time we get upset is when our choices are taken away from us or coerced away from us, because coercion is not a choice, no matter what anybody tells you. Okay? So when the bell went off in my soul, the first time I had to wear a mask in a store, I started paying very close attention, and I started making predictions, and it's in my diary. I predicted the mandates and the social distancing and the lockdowns. And when the vaccine came and then the passports, I knew it was all over but the crying. Louisville, Kentucky, Metallica, Judas Priest, Stain, Jane's Addiction. We camped for 4 days and the band started at 1 and played until late at night. I'm cooking some turnip for dinner along with a small hamburger patty with mushrooms and onions. That sounds delicious. That's okay, Joe Mama. We're okay. I'm just saying nobody's right. Everybody's wrong. Why? Because we all can get sick and we can all transmit and we can all die from it. Level playing field, folks. So let's stop telling the unvaxxed, the unjabbed, that this would all be over if we had just complied, because we warned you, right? So it's time for us to stop the nonsense that's being force-fed to us and start thinking through the filter of love for our fellow man, love for each other, and realize that politics has nothing to do with our health. Let me repeat that. Politics and politicians have no rights to dictate our health and our health choices and our decisions. So, this holiday season, gather with as many people as you feel comfortable with. Don't let them take our holidays away. Spread the joy, spread the love, share the cookies, and know that things may never be back to the way they were before, but we still have the right and the ability to safeguard our traditions and our celebrations and our faith and our families. Those are the things that are most important. Where we gather, who we gather with, and why we gather. Not taking that away from me. The only people who are taking that away is the people that refuse to visit. And that's okay. Because I got my husband and I got you, right? So, let's just end this with a prayer, okay? Now, this is not about religion. This is about faith. This is where we drop the boundaries and the rules that religion drops between us, and we link into the faith that is ours. Not mine. I'm not telling you to believe or follow me. You follow your heart and you follow your soul, and let's join hearts and join hands. And let's talk to God. Okay? If you don't want to stay for this, that's also your option. There is no judgment whatsoever. Okay? So let's take a nice deep breath. Hey God, source of all, including Christ, thank you. As we come up to the time when it is universally accepted that we celebrate the birth of Jesus. He may not have been born on December 25th, but it's a pretty good day to celebrate it, and it's one we all can agree on. God, we came together today to celebrate, to share, and to be together. There's a lot of people out there, God, that can't gather, celebrate, share, or gather, or hang out with friends. Like there's a lot of people out there that don't have the support system we have in each other. So God, we're lifting those people up to you. Let the sunshine light of your love pour down over them and soak into them like warm honey on bread. And may they feel your love, God. And as we link hearts and link hands, God, we ask that you flood us with your divine light of your love so full that we can't contain it, and we glow with it, and we push that light out, and it becomes a dome of divine light for people to take shelter, to push back at the darkness, for a place to gather with grateful hearts. Thank you, God, for giving us this light, that we may go forward, shining it gratefully and sharing it with those in need. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry greet, merry part. Blessed be. Walk in the light of God. Peace be with you. Whatever your greeting is, know that when we come together and we link hearts and we link hands and we appeal to God, God is there. Take care. God bless. And remember, Friday this week, Christmas Eve, I'm doing some live readings on Reading with Beverly Wolfe. I'm doing Freaky Friday, Christmas style, for my patrons. I'm also doing our final tea break live. So there are more live videos coming up. Okay. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half acre homestead saying, love is the answer to everything. If you can love, and I mean start with yourself and work outwards. If you can love, then peace follows, patience follows, tolerance follows, peace reigns. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Oh, Merry Christmas.